All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to talk to you about something I'm working with my kids on and what I've seen in the community. So, I've been releasing videos on emotional eating, and we've been talking about taking that pause between the stimulus and the response, right? So, this is the react versus respond. So what we normally do is we feel something and we just immediately eat, right? Well, we had a community member who tried taking the 10-minute timeout and she was shocked. She said, Heather, within 7 minutes, I didn't even want it anymore. She's like, I didn't realize all these years I've been self-sabotaging with food. It really required just 7 minutes. Think about that, 7 minutes. And what that is, and I learned this lesson for myself, as I was going through the Dave Ramsey baby steps, the debt snowball. I was very much a react spender. I would impulsively spend money, just like I would impulsively eat. And what I did, we had a very simple guideline. When we saw these things, instead of reacting and purchasing, we would come home, wait 24 hours, and then if we still wanted it the next day, we would take the cash and go buy it, right? So we weren't using credit cards. There was no ability to impulse purchase. We couldn't react. We had to pause and respond. And it was shocking to me. I did this both with purchases and with food. And what I learned was what I want impulsively in the moment is seldom what I want 24 hours later, 2 hours later. I always want different things at different moments. And what that really keyed me into about myself is that I can't trust those impulses. I can't believe them when I think, gotta have that chocolate. It looks so amazing. I've gotta have that cookie. I've gotta have that pie. I've gotta have that ice cream. This is my one and only opportunity. Like all those stories that I tell myself that make me feel more impulsive to eat it, those are all kind of lies that we tell ourselves. So what I got really good at to create space where I stopped reacting and I started responding was I calmed myself down in the moment and I said, okay, yeah, that chocolate does look really good, Heather. That's a great purchase on a handbag. Definitely agree. What we're going to do is we're just going to take a pause here. We're going to give ourselves that 5 to 10 minutes that we talked about, maybe journal. Or if you're in a store, I'm going to go out of the store. I'm going to go home. I'm going to write down how much it was, what it was, talk to my spouse. And then if I still want it tomorrow, I go back to the store with cash and I purchase it. Or if I still want the treat later, and this is, by the way, where my delayed gratification came in, I would have that treat later in the day. And so the waiting for it piece, one, believe it or not, it's crazy, but it's true, actually makes it taste better. If I eat things impulsively, I kind of shove them in fast and I don't really enjoy them. If I eat things with thinking about it, making a plan to have it, which I talked a little bit about this in the Secret of Eating video, if you're truly rewarding yourself, if you're truly eating something that is like mind-blowingly delicious, like chocolate croissants that only this one French baker makes, and they're just amazing. Like really is a reward food. It's not a Hershey's bar that you picked up at the checkout counter, right? You're going to want to sit down and savor that. Like that is delicious. You're going to want to enjoy every morsel. So the foods, when I started doing delayed gratification, I actually found the food tasted better. I actually found I enjoyed it more because not eating it impulsively meant that I had to really think about it. I had to say, okay, is this something I really want? And if it is something I really want, how can I get the most enjoyment out of it? Like how can I make it take the longest? Usually that meant kids in bed, by the way. I don't know about you, Mom, when I had very young kids, I never enjoyed the taste of anything when I had kids running around, screaming, carrying on. Like it was too anxious, anxiety producing and stressful for me to actually enjoy the food I was eating. So I would always save my treats for when they went to bed, and that made them that much more amazing. So moms of young kids, hear me on this. It's very normal to want to have your treat when your kids go to bed. That is your time. But what you want to be very thoughtful about is making sure that the treat you planned and budgeted does work within your calories. You're not doing things, again, impulsively. You're not eating impulsively at the kid get together and then having the other treat. Like you would want to say, ooh, you know what? These cupcakes at this play date look amazing. I want one of these. They're gorgeous. I'm going to box it up and take it home. And then tonight when the kids go to bed, that's my real indulgent treat, right? So it's learning how to not react, take a breath, slow down, and give yourselves a timeout. My kids and I were working on this with our communication lesson, where we're really trying to work as a family on communicating better. And one of the things I see is when people get very short-tempered with each other, all of a sudden it goes into yelling, it goes into name calling, or it goes into shouting. And I always remind them, I say, are you reacting or responding? Because responding does not involve all those things. Responding is, hey, look, what you just said hurt my feelings. It agitated me. I need to take a break from this and come back to it when I'm not so irritated. Everybody needs that. Like if we're talking about good decision makers, people who really have to think about things and really look at them from all angles, they can't react. They have to respond. They have to take in all the information, process it, really weigh the pros and cons, and then make a decision. That's where we want to get with our food and with anything else we want to see improvements on in our life. So I just want to share this with you, this react versus respond. Think of react as somebody yelled at you and you just hauled off and slapped them, right? Like you just didn't miss a beat, okay? Or you're shouting back at them. That's reacting. You see food, it's in your mouth, that's reacting. You want to get to where response is, that person is yelling at me. I'm very angry. I know if I open my mouth right now, I'm going to say something I'm going to regret. So I say to them, I'm taking a time out. I'm taking a break from this conversation. I'll be back with you in a few minutes. You step away, collect your thoughts, get yourself under control. Think of how you want to present yourself in that moment. Same thing with food. Oh my God, donuts. Love donuts. This is the most amazing donut I've ever seen. I want one of these. I will box it up. I will take it home. I will think through how I want to do this later. But right now, I know that if I scarf it down, one, I'm not going to enjoy it fully. Two, I'm probably going to want something again later. And three, I realize I'm reacting to the food instead of responding to the food. So I hope this lesson is resonating with you. If we can all become responders, not reactors, okay, it removes impulsivity, which means that you're going to do so much better in all areas of your life. We all need a 5 to 10 minute timeout to stop, think, process, and make decisions in line with our goals and values. That's what we all are working toward. So I hope this video helps about reacting and responding. If you like videos like this, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would totally appreciate that. And share my video content with other people. And if you need help, questions, concerns, let me know because I would love to help you out with another video. You guys take care and I'll talk to you soon.